This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
The numbers told the story, they always do.
It's one of those idiots who believe in analytics.
This is a numbers game with Gil Alexander on VSiN.
Thursday morning, too. It is a numbers game at VSiN, the sports betting network. That's a good Thursday morning. I know you only heard the Thursday part, but I just wanted to mention it. It's just not a Thursday morning. It's a good Thursday morning. It's Gil Alexander, VSiN.com, Game Plus, iHeartRadio, YouTube TV, and, of course, SiriusXM Channel 158 is how you can take in this show every day. It's called a numbers game. Gil Alexander, Kelly Bidlin alongside on this Thursday morning. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am doing fantastic. You know, there's by the way, on this show this morning, let's do the whole day's worth of programming. On this show, of course, Zach and Crack on a Thursday. Zach Cohen will join us, talk any tennis that he has, but of course, NBA and NFL, including Thursday Night Football with Zach coming up. Unscripted with the Crack Man, Bill Krackomberger, a little later on, whatever's on Bill's mind, but also Tim Murray on college football and Roberto Moreno.
That's right.
On VSiN's First Strike podcast. Weekly, now on a numbers game. His numbers game debut, his numbers game debut for UFC 322 this morning. He's always been here.
We dragged him on here once before.
Did we? I don't remember that.
I thought we did a few months ago. Maybe not.
Well, I might not have been here.
Or that, too. Yeah, or that.
And if I wasn't here, you know what that
It never happened.
It never happened. Dallin Cuff, college hoops for NBC and TNT these days. We'll talk college hoops with him. Maybe some soccer. I don't know. See if Dallin's got some soccer stuff.
Got some early college basketball for us. Yeah.
And then where I was really going with all of this is that then we record the Megapod. Steve Zabin, greatest sports talk host in the history of Washington, D.C., and perhaps Milwaukee as well, was supposed to be on the Megapod. His flight is late. Do you know who the Megapod guest is today?
Who?
Kelly Bidlin, everybody.
Oh, that guy sucks.
Kelly Bidlin, who usually on the Megapod gets December bookings. Moved him up to November.
I thought it was usually the Thanksgiving slot these days.
Do you get that?
I was trying to help out. I was trying to make it easier. You know?
Okay. Well,
so you got to struggle in a couple weeks now.
I don't think you were the Thanksgiving slot anyway.
Oh, you already had someone booked?
I don't know who we had booked, but I don't think it was you. I don't think I was relegating you to that. Is what I'm saying.
I was just trying to make it easy, but I am happy to be on today. Thank you, Gil Alexander.
Nonetheless, it's Kelly Bidlin, everybody, making a third annual appearance here on
I believe so.
On the Megapod. Looking forward to that. Yesterday, before we get into Thursday Night Football with the Jets and the Patriots tonight, yesterday we had the Cy Youngs announced, and Kalshi in prediction markets greater than Tom Tango's Cy Young tracker. We mentioned yesterday on the show that Kalshi had Tarek Skubal at 99%, and they are never wrong in those prediction markets. They never are. Tarek Skubal is your American League Cy Young Award winner, which means, by the way, Paul Skeens, of course, your NL Cy Young Award winner, which means that Tango now drops to 33 out of the last 40 correctly predicted. 6 out of the 7 wrong are in second place.
Get it together, Tom.
Tarek Skubal, congratulations to everybody who had Skubal. His back-to-back Cy Youngs now for him, for the Tigers ace. And I say Tigers ace because we might not be able to say that for that much longer. He is a free agent after the 2026 season, and he has already stated to the Tigers, he's like, look, I'm not playing. I'm testing the market. I'm testing the free agency market in a year.
As he should.
And so, and by the way, Tigers and Skubal on contract negotiations with an extension, they are $250 million apart. That's billion with a B. So the Tigers are probably going to get ahead of this and try to make a trade at some point. You would think beforehand.
Yeah.
Before even the season starts, perhaps.
They got no shot. That's just where we're at with baseball these days.
They got no shot. They've got
$250 million off.
Yeah, he's
that's close.
He's not staying there. Then of course it gets to here's a back-to-back Cy Young winner. Who's gonna get him? And it's always the usual suspects, right?
Yankees or Dodgers? Who's he going to, Gil?
Well, I don't know if it's the Yankees or Dodgers. Yankees don't spend like Will Hill wants them to, and every Yankees fan wants them to.
Well, maybe this will be a reason for them to go out.
Maybe it will be.
Red Sox.
The Dodgers. How do they do it? It's amazing. With all these Hall of Famers, how do they win these World Series? I don't know.
Well, they're paying them like in 2037, right?
Here are some teams besides the Yankees and Dodgers. Mets, because their starting rotation stinks.
Okay.
And Kodai Senga wasn't very good. So Steve Cohen of the Mets wants to spend his way to a championship. Padres always in play. I think King and Cease are free agents, and then Yu Darvish is still out next year.
Okay.
So
Padres got that kind of cash these days, right? They've been throwing it around here the past few years.
They got cash money.
Okay, all right.
Boston Red Sox. Would you be interested in a Skubal Crochet 1-2 punch?
I think a lot of Red Sox fans would be.
Best 1-2 lefty combination in the history of baseball if that happens. And I don't know, maybe the Astros as well. Because I think Framber Valdez is gone. So, teams, it's always the same teams, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's never the Giants, or someone like that.
Man, Scooble's going to get, like, actual bullpen help somewhere. Like, he's got to, it's got to feel so nice, man.
So, anyway, congratulations to all head Scooble. Congratulations to all head Skeens. It is MVP tonight. And again, the prediction markets will tell you that it's going to be Aaron Judge over Cal Raleigh tonight. 95% on Aaron Judge.
Yeah, you didn't see any of the... I know you said that 99% yesterday when we were sitting here on Scooble. We didn't see it skyrocket during the day.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't check after that.
Yeah, okay. Because that's what the Rookie of the Year stuff, right? It was kind of day of. That steam over there.
These two were not day of. Yeah. Cy Young and MLB, not day of. It seems like it's fait accompli on both of those.
Dude, can we talk about just for 1 second?
Yes, sir.
Paul Skeens.
Oh, yeah.
Just, like, why does he have seemingly limited reaction to anything in life? Like, he's, like, sitting, like, in his... I'm assuming that was his family living room.
Livy Dunn is, like, a puppy dog next to him going crazy.
Like, Livy Dunn is, like, one of the most famous, like, girlfriends of athletes on the planet.
She aight.
And he's just... Yeah, but she's famous.
Yeah.
Ask you for your opinion, but she is famous.
Yeah.
It just every time he accomplishes anything, it's just like another Tuesday. It's like, oh yeah, thank you. Like, I'm happy to be here. It's great to have my family all around and everything.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
I know it is one of those things, but I'm like, Skeens, I just need a little bit of life out of you, man. He does one of those Canes commercials, and you're like, you're not really selling me here, Paul.
Oh, like, Raising Canes, you mean?
Raising Canes.
Does.
Yeah.
It's better than that Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter commercial.
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah. What is that all about? All right, Jets, Patriots tonight. Patriots up to we're showing 13. This is at circa. It's consensus 12.5, I think, on this. Remember, opened 11.5, has ticked upwards. We'll see. Will it get to 2 touchdowns by tonight? I don't know.
Anywhere from 12.5 to 14 out there.
Yeah, there's some 14s already. So we'll see what the consensus ends up being. But that's the state of affairs here, this Thursday night football game with the total at 43. Any interest in the total at all?
Man, no.
Anything? Nothing? I'm on the Patriots. I got in on the Patriots at 11.5. Not like I haven't been burned by Thursday night football games before, every which way. Survivor especially. I
was just running to check, man, like, what's the team total on the Patriots? 28.5. Like,
28.5.
I'm not doing that either. I would say I might get involved with you. I brought this up, yesterday or the day before. Only way I'm getting involved if there's a 12.5 or lower at a spot that I can work in a nice 10-point teaser.
Well, so first of all, first thing you need to know about this game is you won't recognize the Patriots uniforms. That's the first thing.
Oh, really?
From a non-betting perspective, that's the first thing you should know. Don't be startled when you see that the Patriots are wearing their rivalries jerseys. And what that means is it's a storm blue color of the jersey.
These are going to be horrific, aren't they?
They're actually kind of cool, but they look like they're the Titans or something. Meant to reflect both the unforgiving power of nor'easters. Do you know what a nor'easter is? One of those big storms up there.
Yeah, it's the storms they get in the Northeast.
We're getting a nor'easter. I remember when I first went to school there, I was like, what the hell did he just say? A nor'easter. Oh, a nor'easter. What is that? And the perseverance of the people who face them head on. The white helmets with gray face masks, meanwhile, are a nod to snow and icy cold that defines the region's winters. There's a whole bunch of other stuff with the fashion of it. Part of the stripes, the pant stripes and the shoulder, an homage to the working harbors that define the New England coast. And then 6 stars representing the 6 New England states and perhaps the team's 6 Super Bowl championships as well.
Oh, well, that's
cool.
Thing. That thing's cool. I was wondering why they had the stars. I'm looking at it now. I was wondering why they had the stars around it. That's cool.
All right, so once you figure out who the Patriots are on the field, you should probably know some of the advanced stats. And again, this is part of the reason why I did not hesitate in laying all those points with the Patriots, because if you know anything about me, I've been on the Patriots this whole time. You guys are laggers.
Drake May fan on the planet.
That's right. Pats 4th in points scored, 5th in yards per play. Patriots have won 7 games in a row. The Jets, back-to-back wins, though, for the Jetropolitans. Don't not forget that as well. Jets are just 25th in the NFL in EPA per pass on defense. Expected points added against passing. They are 25th in the NFL. That's not good against Drake May. And remember, of course, they traded away Sauce Gardner. Their run D allows 4.5 yards per carry, And Garrett Wilson on offense is a no-go, we believe, tonight for the Jets. Yeah. He's out. But here's the real kind of Dr. Bobish play as to why I was so easily ready to lay the points on the Patriots. So the weakness of the Patriots defense, right? If you look for a weakness with the Patriots, it's their secondary. They rank 26 at opponent yards per pass attempt. They give up 6.9 yards per throw. Their strength is in stopping the run. Haven't allowed a rusher, I think, what's the most they've allowed? 53 yards for any rusher this year. They rank in the top 10 in both opponent rush EPA and opponent rush success rates. You get the idea. Their weakness is against the pass. The Jets, without Garrett Wilson now tonight, even with him, were averaging 19 fewer passing yards per game compared to the next worst team. That's kind of the stat that really, really points you to the Patriots tonight, in my opinion. That's the one. So the Patriots' weakness is mitigated because the Jets are god-awful in that realm, in the passing game, and that was with Garrett Wilson, and tonight they don't have Garrett Wilson. And that's why you wonder, how many points can the Jets put up tonight in this game against the Patriots? Can they keep up with whatever the Patriots are going to put down tonight? And I don't think they can.
No, probably not. This is also one of those, because of that weakness with the Patriots, right? You would think, okay, Tyrod Taylor, better chance, but it's going to be Justin Fields. That is the one area of the game, right? You would feel more confident with Tyrod Taylor's passing game, but no, Justin Fields going to be out there.
Thursday Night Football. The Jets you'll recognize. The Patriots, maybe not so much. Until they start playing the game, you'll be like, oh, that's the Patriots and that's the Jets. We'll come back. Rob Moreno will join us, talk some UFC here momentarily, but also a heat check on some NFL awards since we talked about the MLB awards from last night. Let's do that next. Numbers Game, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
If you're serious about football betting, VSiN's got your weekend game plan. Fridays at 7 p.m., it's the Circa Friday Football Invitational. Saturday morning, VSiN's college football tailgate show at 9 a.m., breaking down matchups, props, and big-time bets. Later that night, join the football contest show as the sharpest betting minds give you their picks for Sunday's game. And Sunday at 9 a.m., lock in with Mitch and Paulie on VSiN's Pro Football Tailgate Show. Your final stop before kickoff. Check out the full lineup at VSiN.com and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
So, Paulie, have you had a chance to read the VSiN Daily yet?
Yeah, came in at 3 a.m. What's Bill doing up that late?
Well, rumor has it, it starts off with a 12-hour meditation session.
Then he just pours himself over film and live TV, really focusing and taking it all in. Bill's in with the biggest insiders, talking trade secrets, strategies, the whole nine, absorbing the info.
And then and only then can the writing process begin.
In Las Vegas, Bill's late night becomes your early morning. Wake up to the very latest betting insights in your inbox with the VSiN Daily. Sign up for free at vsin.com/newsletter.
Coming up on the next edition of Follow the Money, Thursday Night Football. Can the Pats keep on rolling and get the 1 seed? We'll talk props and picks on that game, and Paul Charchian with props and fantasy angle. Brad Powers to break down his best bets and thoughts on Week 12 in college football. And the Meat Man delivers. Steve Wiss with his best bets in soccer in the lower leagues. Follow the Money 4 to 7 Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Now Sirius XM Channel 158. Check out the website for all the betting tools and analysis.
Numbers Game on VSiN, the sports betting network.
Want to bet smarter? Start with Smarter Insights. Right now you can check out Greg Peterson's college basketball top plays, Steve Makinen's college football best bets, and Dave Tooley's NFL takes for Week 11. And later today you can check out Zach Cohen's NBA picks and props. We'll have Zach on the show later. Jonathan Davis's NHL best bets and Adam Burke's NFL first touchdown score picks. Unlock every article with VSiN Pro. The Sports Equinox special gives you full access through May 1st, 2026 for just $120. Sign up now at VSiN.com/subscribe and stay sharp through spring.
Gil, we'll bring it up with Zach when he hops on with us, but it must mention Hardwood Handicappers has returned.
Wow.
And Zach is out there doing it by himself every single day right now. So Hardwood Handicap, I believe he's recording with JVT today, actually. So those two will be out here in a few hours.
How about that? NBA. How about that? We get tweets at Beating the Book. Always appreciate the feedback. Patrick Campbell would like us to know about the old Edmund Fitzgerald thing from earlier this week.
Oh, my God. I'm so sick of this. I decided that last night. Someone has sent me something.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh, well, there's more now. Patrick Campbell says Edmund Fitzgerald, whom the ship was named after, was a Milwaukee businessman that helped bring baseball back to Milwaukee as co-founder of the Brewers. Is that true? I didn't know that.
Can he get Tarek Skubal?
I don't think so. I don't think he can. I don't think Edmund Fitzgerald can. Ordinary wisdom. He says, I am the average Joe first quarter winner. Congratulations to you, man. Been a listener since VSiN started. I'll be in Vegas December 13th through the 17th. Hoping to be on the show the 15th or 16th. Can't wait to meet you and Kelly. Hey, how about that?
There you go. I like it. Looking forward to seeing you.
Is he coming on our show?
I have no idea, Gil.
All right.
We asked that question from the beginning, though.
We look forward to meeting you either way. Teasers and parlays. Oh, I failed to mention this because I came in because I wanted to talk about Kelly being on the Megapod so quickly and Thursday Night Football. But just before we came in this morning, VSiN.com/picks for subscribers, a plus 220 dog hitting in tennis this morning for all who played.
Nice.
The Demon Alex de Minaur plus 220 over Taylor Fritz in straights. So the tennis season has really come down to these are the last matches of 2025. Then it's a break till Australia and all the prelims to the Australian Open. But a nice flourish to the end of the year. Rybakina is a plus 147 dog on Sunday. Felix is a plus 127 dog yesterday. Rybakina against Sabalenka. Felix against Ben Shelton yesterday. And this morning, the big one, Alex de Minaur plus 220 over Taylor Fritz. Thank you, Teasers and Parlays, for letting for acknowledging.
Master. Yeah, good for you, man. It's always like I feel like it's the same thing with golf. We do this fall golf period where you're like, all right, we're not betting it big. We know it's different from the normal time of the year when
it's not a match every day.
Right, when you're rapidly betting tennis, I'm betting golf. But it's always that feeling of it feels a lot better to end on a high note.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. So
absolutely, and it's been since Wimbledon. It's been spectacular. Master of Puppets. Just to FYI, I'm so available for the Megapod on Thanksgiving, free of charge.
There we go.
The guests don't usually charge me, by the way, Master of Puppets. Just want to let you know. Usually. That's right. Buddhist man, if I knew it was this easy to just book yourself as a guest on the show, I wouldn't have had to crash the show at the D a few years ago. March Madness Thursday. Get this guy on the schedule. The numbers, guys.
Buddhist man, I think you were my all-time favorite crashing at the D, though, if that counts for anything.
Because he didn't even say hi.
He was just in line.
He was just in line saying, "Oh, by the way, I'm Buddhist."
Yeah. Just during a break or something.
He's making a bet. Numbers, guys. Got on your little tennis play just in the nick of time this morning. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Well, there isn't another today, but I'm glad you played it. Absolutely. Larry Fresh. Can't wait to hear Kelly on the Megapod. And it just happens to be the week Jameis starts. I see what you did there. His prop pick better include Jameis, or this was all for nothing. Get familiar with the bylaws, Kelly. There are very many rules to the Megapod.
Okay, first of all, I'm just going to address that on this show. I already asked Danny for that. I'm going to need another reminder from Gil Alexander, too, because I get yelled at every year I'm on it, too. I think every guest does, but somehow I get yelled at every year.
Well,
there's a prop?
Todd finds...
I don't remember giving a player prop.
There isn't. Todd tried to implement it this year, and then he realized, oh, that's right, props aren't really widely available midweek. So, yeah, that went by the wayside. LFC title records. At the beginning of the football season, Paul Carr had Kelly to be relegated to a November Megapod at 4-1. Paul cashes again. This man knows relegation. And then Joe Arsu. Today we have a World Cup quarter-final early games, lots of angles. Excelente show. Saludos, Kelly, desde Guatemala.
Sí, muy bien.
Oh, there you go.
I
believe he means a qualifier and not a quarterfinnal. He said QF, so I think
qualifier.
Yes.
We will have Dallin Cuff on here.
If it was a quarterfinal, that would be news to me.
Would be news. Yes. We do have Dallin Cuff coming on later. Loves his college basketball. That's what he does for a living. Loves his soccer betting. He did let me know we have no Premier League this week, so we'll not have Paul Carr tomorrow. And Dallin said he doesn't have anything on the qualifiers, but he's got some college basketball for you.
Steve Zabin would like to come on the show tomorrow, even though he couldn't make the Megapod today. He said.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
We can figure that
although
out.
It might be too early for him, to be honest with you. Okay, heat check.
People like to bring that up before they realize how early it is.
Because they don't do the time zone
Yeah.
conversion. He's like flying in from D.C. He's like, I'll do your show. He's like, what is it, about 11? I'm like, no.
Yeah. A week early when you're on the East Coast, it sounds great to commit to something.
And then you get here.
And then you come to Las Vegas, and then you wake up at 6:30 in the morning the next day after your first night out, and somehow it feels a lot like a lot worse decision.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. NFL awards. Let's start with MVP. Matthew Stafford is your slight short shot
Let's
now.
go.
Plus 260. Drake May plus 275. Patrick Mahomes 5-1. Jonathan Taylor plus 550. Josh Allen 7-1. Sam Darnold lurking at 11-1.
All right, Gil, I really wanted to talk MVP today because I think we're getting to the point where I don't want to go full done, not done yet on this, obviously, but what can we start crossing off names? Because I think we can. Like, of who is actually still live here and who is not.
I don't think you can.
Okay.
Start crossing off names. There's just too much football left.
There's a lot of football
Who are you crossing
left.
off?
I think Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert have a very, very difficult path to winning this award.
Oh, I said that about Lamar Jackson a few weeks ago when people were like, I don't know, Lamar at 50 or whatever number, balloon number he was. I was like, he didn't win the award last year and he rewrote the record book. What makes you think he's going to win it this year?
Okay, so you're agreeing with me. You think we can cross off some names?
Yeah, but that's been 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that's not news. What's new?
Okay, who's live to Gil Alexander?
All the top 6 people there are alive.
Okay, so everybody else on this list we can cross off?
No, Baker Mayfield's alive.
I think he's alive still. This is what
but you're going back just in numbers game history. We've already crossed off Lamar Jackson. Jared Goff is a auto cross off because again he had stats on a 15-2 team. We've talked about this before. They didn't give him a sniff. So
I don't know.
He's got no shot because they just won't give him credit for it.
I hear you. The stats are ridiculous again this year, though. And what if that team, the NFC, I think these NFC quarterbacks, it's hard to rule like any of them out that are still live for the 1 seed.
Okay, Daniel Jones, I don't think he's really the reason why they're great.
Yeah, I would cross him off.
Right, so he's off. Jordan Love, I talked about this a little bit yesterday. You can't really have the nonchalant face and not win football games. People, they won't admit it, they won't acknowledge it, but body language kind of matters on stuff like this. So it's like the Robinson, Cano, Camilo Duvall thing. When things are good, but when you show no emotion and things aren't so good, people don't like that.
So he's one of those ones where I can't completely toss him out, but I would not have any interest in betting that.
No.
I can't completely toss him out because they're still possibly alive to get that 1 seed.
I guess my point is that I think there's way too much football left still. Unlike college football, right? There's way too much football left. See, I think if you talk Heisman, you're like, well, there's only a few games left. So there's only 3 guys in it, right? I think.
Right.
But here, I don't know. If it breaks the Rams' way, it's Stafford and also Lifetime Achievement Award. If it breaks the Patriots' way and nobody else, emerges, people are gonna stump for Drake May.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Okay, Jonathan Taylor.
Well, so that's...
I'm not betting that, ever.
That's the whole thing again, right? We've said it a million times. Aaron Schatz is one of the 50. He says he will never vote for a non-quarterback. We don't know how many of the other 49 feel that way. And again, for those who are confused as to why he takes that stance, it's very simple. He views it through the prism of analytics. And by his definition of how the game is played, quarterback means so much more to a football team than any other position that he cannot bring himself to give the MVP to another position unless just every quarterback was mediocre or worse.
Yeah, I see, and I agree. But I agree. But what do we always say about awards? Doesn't matter what I think. It's just what are the voters going to do?
That's right.
And I think enough voters are going to feel that way. Okay, Josh Allen. Is he still alive in this?
I mean, not to me, but there's a world where it breaks his way, but I don't know. I mean, it's like they bend over backwards to give things to Josh Allen, not people like Lamar, I guess.
No, but this is where I think the Josh Allen, there's a lot of season left, could still apply, right? We know they have an easy schedule, right?
Yeah.
If he could rack up some stats, I think he's still alive. I'm
Still
not running
alive.
to bet it, but I think
Still
he's
alive.
alive.
Yeah.
I think Darnold's absolutely alive. 11-1. I get your point on what like last week and him not doing all that much, the defense doing more, right? And him getting too much credit. I get that, but if they end up with the NFC 1 seed, I think it's going to be hard to rule him out. Lamar, Justin Herbert, I think, got a tough path.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, and Justin Herbert, not like he's been, I don't know. He's got no offensive line. He takes a lot of hits. I don't think it's necessarily his fault that he's out of it. It's just
no, totally.
Yeah,
totally. I think Hurts, Goff, Mayfield, Love are all technically still alive. You can cross off everybody else after that.
I'll give you Mayfield from that group, but that's it. Stafford, May, Mahomes, Taylor, Allen, Darnold, Baker.
I do agree. I think it's going to be tough for Hurts and Love to get much love.
Well said. If Baker has 3 more ridiculous comebacks, Baker's not in this? Come on.
He is. He totally is.
You could make an argument it's still him, really, to be honest with you, if you take it literally. UFC next on A Numbers Game right here at VSiN. Rob Moreno.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup. Then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
A numbers game on VSiN, the sports betting network.
Get ready, Las Vegas. The Neon City Music Festival is here. A free all-ages celebration of music, food, and art. Experience electrified performances. Listen to this list. Good Charlotte, Dead Mouse, Breaking Benjamin, Two Friends, De La Soul, means of the soul. Fits in the Tantrums. What was your group from yesterday, Kelly, that you loved so much? Who was it?
Oh, wait, I got to find it.
You don't know.
Diva Bleach.
That's right, Diva Bleach. This festival without fences will bring you mouth-watering food, stunning 3D graphics on the Viva Vision screen, and jaw-dropping performances, all free November 21st through the 23rd. It's an experience you don't want to miss, and you won't want to miss. Book your stay downtown at Circa Las Vegas. Details at neoncityfestival.com. That's neoncityfestival.com.
Is this a new graphic, or is this an updated one? I see Hoobastank's back on there, and I believe they were crossed off.
Oh, we don't have the redacted groups here? The redacted artists?
Well, we might have redacted the redacted. Hoobastank might be making a return.
Gym Class is back in here? Gym Class Heroes back in?
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Just gets better.
We're going to go with that.
We get tweets about the Kenneth S913. I was able to catch up on yesterday's show and noted Kelly's love for Jameis. With me following the Saints over my life, I compared Jameis to, quote, Sex Panther cologne. 60% of the time, he works every time.
That's right. Damn straight.
60% of the time.
It was a perfect comp for Jameis.
He works every time. Let's see.
I had a lot of fun rewatching our clip yesterday about that conversation.
Hey, we were
the any given Sunday moment,
yeah,
where Gil was so all in agreeing with me, and then it just fell off a cliff.
On which one?
Where I was like, well, in the macro, I don't think he's an upgrade.
Oh, right,
I don't think he's
right.
an upgrade, but for on any given Sunday, Jameis Winston, Gil's like, yes. I'm like, can look like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Easy.
And Gil's like, all right, that went too far.
Went too crazy.
Hey, look, it's Rob Moreno.
Hey, one more thing before we get to Rob Moreno. We gave shout out to Jake Hahn 2 days ago, who went 8-1 2 days ago on the show. Apparently, Greg Coops Peterson walked up in here yesterday and went 12-2.
Is that how many we got through 14?
Well, we didn't get through 14 when he was on, but when we listed him at the end of the show, we threw up 14.
12-2 on those?
12-2. Shout out to Hoops Peterson, Rula, or maybe it was 14 on the picks page. Either way, we gave out like 12 of them here. Just stop trying to minimize it, man. Hoops Peterson 12-2 last night. Don't remember his Prairie View selection. He says. So maybe there was 15? I don't know.
Danny will have to add the week back up again. I lost last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, that man right over there to my left, to Kelly's immediate left, is Rob Moreno. We affectionately call him Roberto Moreno. He is the co-host of First Strike, a podcast that you can get with he and the great Dave Ross, wherever podcasts are distributed. Rob joins us for his maiden voyage on a numbers game. We have confirmed. How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. You enjoying doing this podcast on the
Absolutely.
UFC?
Yeah. It's a love project from Dave and I. It's because that's all we get out of it, really. Is
a love project for UFC. I see what you're...
Yes.
Took a turn there for a second.
And Rob, you have another one you do, too, right? On your own that you've done for a while?
Yes, I do a solo one called Fighting with Numbers.
Okay.
I'm one of those idiots who believes in analytics.
Right.
And I've applied that to UFC a lot. And so I really nerd out on my own podcast called Fighting with Numbers.
Okay, so now nobody's listening. It's just us. Yeah. Which one do you prefer doing?
First Strike
Dave
is
gets
much
in your
easier
way. Dave gets in your way.
Dave's
on
a
that
great
one?
host.
Oh, okay.
So he really lifts you up.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. Very diplomatic. All right, let's
stop using my Gil Alexander script. Okay, when people ask me about working with Gil.
UFC 322 this weekend. Where are we, by the way, for UFC 322?
We're in Madison Square Garden, the Mecca.
Oh,
got it.
The
Mecca of basketball, JVT.
That's right. It's greatest arena on earth, they call it. All right, the main event: Jack Della Maddalena against Islam Makhachev. This is the main event. Now, let me see if I can get this right here, Rob. So Della Maddalena, the last time we saw him, he got beat by Bilal Muhammad.
He beat Bilal.
Oh, he beat Bilal Muhammad because Bilal Muhammad made the epic error of not taking him to the floor.
Correct.
Bang! All right, and so now he's got Islam Makhachev, and there is no chance whatsoever Makhachev's going to let him off the hook like that, right?
I don't believe so. That's the Makhachev way. It's the Nurmagomedov way. Now, one caveat with this is Maddalena is the welterweight champion. Makhachev relinquished his lightweight title to move up. So this is the first time he'll be fighting at 170. One advantage that Islam has had in his entire career is his size at 155. I'm not sure he still has that advantage at 170. So it'll be interesting to see because Della Maddalena, he's great at getting up from that takedown. So even Bilal, he did attempt some, and many of us do believe Bilal completely squashed his game plan and just decided to strike with a striker. I don't think Islam's going to make that mistake, but honestly, at 170, it's really questionable whether or not his strength will apply to a guy as big as Maddalena, a guy who's, this guy started his career 0-2 professionally, hasn't lost since. You have to go all the way back to 2016. He's in an 18-fight win streak overall. He's been a killer in the UFC. The stats back him up too, size-wise. He'll have a 3-inch reach advantage. His striking output is insane. And he's got his own good takedown defense, 69% takedown defense. Now, Islam, where he can shine, is pressing up against the cage in that clinch. He's got an 84% control rate there. But you mix in the striking that Maddalena will have the advantage there. I question whether or not Islam can actually get it done the way he wants to. But my predictive model, it still leans Makhachev. His numbers are just so great, but you have to take it down considering he is moving up in weight class because his numbers, they all happened against smaller men. And, hot take, I don't think his title run was that impressive. We can get into that some other time. But the way I'm addressing this fight is I'm going over 3.5 rounds, minus 120. I think it's a great price that we hit the championship rounds. Maddalena's a tough guy to finish. Makhachev's a tough guy to finish. Makhachev's going to try to get it down. So even if it does go Makhachev, he's going to be dragging him down and just trying to stuff him. I don't think Maddalena is able to really do much early. So it'll be a longer fight, in my opinion.
And you brought up Nurmagomedov, who trained him.
Correct, his cousin.
Yeah.
And essentially trained him to take over the lightweight division when he retired. And Makhachev decided to take the challenge of moving up to 170.
Makhachev, as you pronounce it, I said Makhachev, but Makhachev, he has the advantage on the ground. But are they also kind of equal when they're standing as well? Like does Della Maddalena even have an advantage there at all?
Yes. Maddalena, his output is just much greater. He lands 6.78 significant strikes per minute with a 2.19 differential. So he is absorbing a lot of shots. Islam, it's not his bread and butter. He only has an output of 2.63 landed per minute. So it's much less volume, but he's using it just to get inside, just to get under your hook and take you down or grapple with you. He doesn't take a lot of shots. He does have sneaky power. He has 4 knockdowns scored in the UFC, but he's also taken 2 as well. Where Della Maddalena, he's delivered 6 knockdowns. He's willing to trade shots with you. He's willing to mix it up and just bang. And he's never been knocked down. And I doubt Islam's power will translate there. So I think if it stays standing, Maddalena does have a shot.
So the play is over 3.5 rounds.
Yes. And if you got to pick a side, I'm going dog or pass.
Dog or pass.
This is fascinating too because this has got to be a little bit like when me and Gil are trying to handicap tennis players or golfers, right, who are taking that next step up. You're moving weight classes. So for someone like you relies heavily on your numbers, you're pulling data from old fights, right, where it's a different weight class. So does that make you a little less confident, I guess, than it would be normally?
Yes. All we can do is look at the data we have.
Right.
But I kind of take it back, right? Like, okay, he's accomplished this great resume, but it was against smaller opponents. And when you think about the guys he did fight, defend his title against, 2 of those title defenses was against Alex Volkanovski, who is a 145er. So even put some of those numbers together against an even smaller opponent. Maddalena's, he's only an inch taller, but he's got the reach advantage, and size-wise, they look about the same. So I think he does lose a little bit of that strength there.
All right, Valentina Shevchenko, 37 years of age, going up against Zhang Weili here.
Correct.
Not sure I've ever seen Shevchenko lose, Gil.
Isn't she the girl who lost to Thug Rose a couple times?
She lost to Thug Rose twice, and it is like the only blemish on her record, and it's crazy.
Okay, so she has a shot here.
Yes. Now, this is a very similar situation. Zhang Weili was the strawweight champion at 115. She has given up her title to move up to 125 to essentially try to beat Valentina Shevchenko. Does she have a shot? Of course. She is the number 2 pound-for-pound women's fighter in the world. The issue is she's going against the number 1 pound-for-pound women's fighter in the world, Valentina Shevchenko. We all remember Amanda Nunes, but she is retired. So Valentina has taken what we would consider the new GOAT title for women's MMA. Valentina, they are very even in what they can do statistically, but a lot of it leans toward Valentina's size. She used to fight at 135 as well. She's even fought bigger women, tougher women, stronger women. So I don't think Zhang Weili wasn't always known to be this strong fighter. She's fantastic. There's a reason she's the number 2 pound for pound. But Valentina Shevchenko is a world-class kickboxer. Rose is very similar in that. But the thing is also Valentina can mix in the ground game. And Valentina is willing to drag this out, willing to just grind the fight out. She has the longest average fight time in the UFC title history. But also, she's had 10 successful title fights. We're talking about potential legacy here. If she wins this fight, Valentina Shevchenko ties Anderson Silva and Amanda Nunes for the most title victories in the UFC. It's not the most, sorry, it's fourth most. But absolutely, Valentina Shevchenko at minus 130 is absolutely great price for someone who's considered maybe the GOAT.
She's lost once in the last, 8 years.
Correct.
I'm betting.
All right, you're also on Chepe Mariscal on the money line. And then a parlay, Aaron Blanchfield and Fatima Klein.
Correct.
All right. Thank you, Rob. Great
Absolutely.
appearance.
Thank you.
Rob
Thank you.
Moreno, every first strike, and then your podcast is what?
Fighting with Numbers.
Fighting with Numbers.
Love it. I don't know. I'm not sure about Aaron Blanchfield, though, as a UFC name.
Rob Moreno, A-plus performance on the show. Tim Murray, try topping that. He's next on College Football, right here on the Numbers Game at VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Join the guru, John Hansen, at the intersection of prop betting and fantasy sports on Prop Points, only on VSiN.
Lesson number one, Patty's back. I still believe that Caleb Williams is not any good. And, other than Roma Dunze, I don't trust anyone that can't run the ball.
John and his guests will help you find the connection between the two and give you his expert advice on how to capitalize when a number is too good to pass up. Prop Points, weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on VSiN.
A numbers game on VSiN, the sports betting network.
Back on the numbers game, live from Circa Resort Casino, downtown Las Vegas. Gil Alexander, Kelly Bidlin, my little buddy, right here to my left. Hanging out. How about that Rob Moreno performance there?
Great stuff from Robbie O.
Great stuff.
Now we can go back to holding down the control room, making sure everybody behaves.
Sending us ridiculous tweets, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Brett Liedka on Twitter. Hey, haven't won anything here. A true average Joe and frequent listener, but maybe since Kelly's Thanksgiving spot is free on the Megapod, I'll take that slot since we're handing out segments. Who said we're handing out segments?
This really snowballed. Wow.
It's amazing. Ray in Texas. Any idea what the odds were for Wemby and Castle to both have a triple-double last night? Maybe we need to start putting in parlays of those two triple-doubling every night. Kelly, thoughts? Sounds right up your alley.
Yeah,
no odds on such a thing.
And no, I will not be parlaying that every night.
But how about that dub show last night? How about the Warriors? 44 from Steph. I'll just say this. There's no equivalent in sports to the Warriors. 4 championships, should have been 6. And still, after all these years, able to bring it on any given night where you're like, they could beat anybody tonight.
It's great when you just sometimes when you've got bets and you just run into greatness. It's just what a feeling. The Spurs were dominating them that whole first half. They had double-digit lead for like majority. They were bad. There was bad shooting though. Like I grabbed a little Warriors second half.
It was that flourish at the end of the first half.
Flourish at the end of the first half, and then the classic Warriors third quarter just go nuclear.
Logic 3227. They made us listen to that stupid song when I was in 6th grade. I hated it then. I hate it now. Let's talk about Edmund Fitzgerald. Billy Charlebois. Hope I'm saying that right. Jordan Love 50-1. JSN 100-1. I get that these guys aren't winning it, but So what's he talking about? The closeness of those two numbers, I guess, is what he's saying? I'm not sure what he's saying there.
I guess my takeaway is he's reacting that they're very long for two good players.
Yeah.
I don't know.
An LFC title record says, poor Kelly is really going to freak out when he hears Diva Bleach's acoustic version of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I'll request the AI Jameis Winston version. Yes, you didn't know that about Diva Bleach? They have an acoustic jam on that. Man. And then Blue Hen Bill says, Rob, I remember you from WIP. Always enjoyed you on air. Rob is like, I don't think I was on WIP. But we'll see.
You don't remember Rob's decade plus on WIP? It's just his afternoon drive show?
Oh, D-Mill3219 corrects me on Madison Square Garden. He says it's called the world's most famous arena, a.k.a. the Mecca. As everybody in Milwaukee listening is like, no, that would have been our old arena, the Mecca. So there you go, D-Mill3219. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Murray joins us courtesy of the Progressive Guest Line. You can find him on VSiN Primetime each and every night. You can find him on the VSiN College Football Tailgate Show Saturday mornings, and, of course, on the VSiN College Football Betting Podcast. He joins us now sipping. What are you sipping on there? Some gin and juice? What are you sipping on there?
Yeah, you know me. 7:45. Gotta have that juice, you know?
Yeah. What do we got there?
A little coffee?
Just a little coffee. Yeah, just a little coffee.
Hey,
cup number 2 of the day.
Hey, your boy Zabe's in town today. Tim, did you know that?
I did, yeah. Steve Zabin, longtime radio personality in the D.C. area, and certainly someone very important to my illustrious career, Gil, as I was a member of the Steve Zabin Show for a handful of years.
The greatest, with bar none, undeniably, Steve Zabin, the greatest sports talk host in the history of Washington, D.C. Yes? You'd agree with that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly up for debate. But he's on the Mount Rushmore for sure. He actually had his Friday segment. Speaking of our good friend Brent Musburger, had "You Are Looking Live" was a segment he would go in depth on all of his breakdowns of all the games. We'd make picks against the spread, so people always loved that segment. So Zabe is a great dude. Obviously an important part of, as I mentioned, my career. And I'm actually part of the Milwaukee radio industry because he left a post and I replaced him up there in Milwaukee. And I've been doing that for about 8 years.
Tim Murray, just going with his drift. That's what he's doing. Good for you.
I guess I apply for that too today then, right? He couldn't make his Megapod spot, so I'm filling in.
Kelly's filling in for him on the Megapod today. All right, college football. Well, I was going to go right to the marquee games of Texas, Georgia, and of course Oklahoma, Alabama. But since you are a Fighting Irish guy, and we just happen to have this up on the screen next door here, the Fighting Irish at the Pitt Panthers with the Irish favored by 11.5. Is this the? Because we've had more than one person say this week. This is a troubling little spot. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm there yet on Pitt. We'll see. Mason Heinschel has really been a punch in the arm for them and a really talented quarterback. 5 starts for him. They're undefeated in those games, Pitt is, and they've been rolling. They're coming off a bye here. They're dealing with a bunch of injuries, so we got to see what that injury report looks like, Gil, when they've got dinged up linebackers, some defensive linemen. I know Desmond Reed, I think he'll be back. Their stud running back, he missed the Stanford game. But the question I have about Pitt, outside of their coach sounding like a moron earlier this week when asked about this game, is the defenses that they've played so far with Heinschel. You look at the passing defenses of Boston College, Florida State, Syracuse, NC State, and Stanford, all kind of in that 50 to 60 range amongst Power 4 teams. And Notre Dame, based off of the numbers, they've improved quite considerably since those first couple of weeks of the season. They've been much better in that secondary. So I certainly have curiosities there. Flipping over to the Notre Dame offense, elite run game, but that's, I would say, Pitt's strongest asset this year is their run defense, Gil. Right now, if you look at what they do nationally, 81 yards per game, 2.4 yards per carry. So are they going to sell out to stop the run of Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price? And is CJ Carr going to have to beat them over the top? Now, CJ Carr has been able to do that. So I have not bet this game. I think over could certainly be a look, but I also think there's something there where Notre Dame is looking at this, to be honest, as their Super Bowl, Gil, because next week it's Syracuse, then it's Stanford to wrap up the regular season. And there's been all this constant talk about Notre Dame and Miami and why Miami should be ahead of Notre Dame at the end of the day because they beat them head to head. I think Notre Dame needs to send a statement here this week. So it would actually be favorite or pass for me in this game. I have not bet it, but I could see Notre Dame trying to send a statement early on Saturday afternoon.
Oklahoma, Alabama, or Georgia, Texas. Any thoughts on those games?
Yeah, I'll run through them real quickly. Oklahoma, if I had to bet one side of these two games, it probably would look at the points with Oklahoma. Look, I am a big believer in Alabama. I've got a decent future on them to make the college football playoff. They've really been phenomenal since the opening season loss to Florida State. But Oklahoma, when you look at coming off a bye, looking at this defense, it might be the best defense that Alabama has faced all year. There is that revenge factor. Remember, Alabama went to Norman last year as a pretty significant favorite, tripped up, and that was ultimately their undoing for missing out on the playoff here. But Oklahoma, I look at this, this number's come from 7 down to 6. I think their defense is pretty darn impressive. We've seen what they're capable of in some big moments. So, of the two games that we alluded to, probably Oklahoma will be the side for me. I've gone back and forth in Georgia, Texas, because I've had a decent read on Texas this year, Gil, finding spots where maybe they were a bit on sale when you think back to the Oklahoma game and the Vanderbilt game. But I thought they were a little rich. Season opening loss against Ohio State, going on the road to Kentucky as a double-digit favorite. Now it feels like everybody has jumped in on Georgia in this spot underneath a touchdown. Arch Manning, I'll say this, for all the criticism he's taken, I think he's played some of his best football these past couple of games here. But, as a Notre Dame fan, I really want Georgia to win this game because, man, I tell you what, from a college football playoff, headache type of scenario, Texas and Oklahoma winning this weekend makes it really, really interesting because I think Texas and Oklahoma very well could jump into the top 10 or a little bit further into the top 10. So if you want chaos, I think you want Texas and Oklahoma to pull off upsets this weekend.
Both 6-point dogs, respectively, in both of those ball games. All right, to the Tim Murray play of the week. What do you like?
A couple games, just a classic letdown spot. I took 7.5 with Michigan State. This is a spot where I'm fascinated to see how Penn State gets off the mat here, guys. I mean, you gave everything you had and then some against Indiana. We saw who you're capable of being, and it comes up short. Now you got to go on the road to Michigan State. I just think this is a classic letdown spot. The Spartans made a quarterback change a couple weeks ago, benching Aiden Childs. I think that has been a positive for them. So Michigan State a look for me. And then last week, guys, UConn was probably one of my favorite plays of the week. They win outright over Duke. And now they got to turn around and face a triple option in Air Force. Look, UConn is prolific offensively, but very leaky defensively. I think we could get a bunch of points in East Hartford, and I'll take 7.5 with the Air Force Falcons. That is a very potent offense, and we saw it on display here in Vegas a couple weeks ago against UNLV. I think that's got to be a track meet, and as long as you can get 7 with the Air Force Falcons, I'll be looking to back Air Force in that spot.
Ooh, a lot of love for Sparty this week on this show as well. You are not the first.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of love. I didn't mean it disparagingly. I'm just saying a lot of consensus.
What could go wrong when everybody seems to be on the same side?
That's right. What could go wrong? When's the podcast out today, Tim, for everybody?
A couple hours. We'll be hitting record here.